G with a B. It's Mr. Bubblegum Man, female's favorite. Slim Derby Dope Boy, corporate gangster. St. Louis MoneyNow, DJ MoneyNow himself. So look, man, shout out to everybody that's been tuned in and a part of the movement, man. This when it comes to Wifeable podcast. Make sure y'all donate to the show, man. Shout out to my everybody that's tuned in on live. Shout out to our sponsors, Hot 365 Radio. We do a syndicated show after we do the lives, of course. Shout out to my previous guests, my future guests, and my current guest for today's episode. We got Ro. She making her way on to the live. And shout out to you, DCM out. You know what I'm saying? A faithful supporter of the show, man. Love the feedback and love the comments and love the fact that you actually tune in for the episodes. So we actually gonna give our special guest a couple of more minutes to get up in here. She had to update her she had to update her Instagram to go live and shit like that. Let me see some. Send that out to her. Yeah. Join the live. Okay. Happy New Year to everybody that's out there. Let me see some. All right. Yeah, Happy New Year. Happy 2023. You know what I'm saying? We're going all the way up, man. Like I was saying earlier, the spinoff of Wifeable is. Dude, we're finna bring our next guest on. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we got Miss Rose. What's up, Rose?
Hey.
I'm
What's
excellent.
up?
I'm
How
excellent.
you doing? My bad. I update my apps. I don't really use social media
It's all
too
good. You
much.
know, I'm like, what? Why they ain't let you join? I thought IG was hating. So
Maybe a
I'm
little
glad to
bit.
have you on. So for the most part, I want to know like how you feeling as far as today and joining the Wifeable podcast.
I'm feeling good. I woke up a little early today. Got some cleaning done. Did a little stretching. Did a little reading, and got ready for
Yeah,
this
that's what I'm talking about.
podcast.
Early bird get the worm. All right, so for those
Yep.
who just tuning in and this
Oh,
might be your first time or yeah, whatever the case may be, I just want to let people know Wifeable Podcast is a judgment-free zone, you know what I'm saying? Just for fun podcast, you know, for the most part, these questions I'm asking you it's strictly to let other heterosexual men like myself know what's out there for those who looking for a woman who they might deem wifeable. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's just for fun. So you ready? Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
let's
let's go.
start with
Why
some
not?
icebreaker questions like tell the people your name, where you from, your age, you know, zodiac sign, what you do for a living, type shit like that.
Oh yes. Son. So my name's Rawan Tamimi. I go by Ro, and I currently do marketing. I'm in marketing and do brand ambassador work. I do some promotional modeling, and I do some background acting on the side as well. I'm 30 years old. I'm from Seattle, Washington. And yeah, my zodiac
Okay.
sign is a
Virgo, we got
Virgo.
Virgo in the house. Okay. That was so no, I'm a Cancer,
Are you a
you know what
Virgo
I'm saying?
too?
But I fuck with Virgos. That's why.
Wow. I, I I'm not too into the
Yeah,
zodiac
like
signs,
my
but I don't know.
it's like, you know, they break them down into three
Let's
nowadays,
go
like
over.
as far as the sun, the moon, and the rising. So like my rising star is a Virgo,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I can relate. Okay, well,
Okay, cool. Maybe a little something
if
from
you
me
had
later.
to choose one word to describe yourself, what would it be and why?
One word. He-
I can't hear you. What you say?
I said probably like
Chill
relax,
and
chill.
relax.
Usually, yeah, that's usually what I get. That I'm very relaxed, chill. Regardless of the situation, I'm usually like to stay positive and just calm.
Okay, I like that. I
So
like
yeah.
that. So define what a wife is in your own words.
Woo. Um, Probably someone who does not vape. I need to stop. So don't. No, you said it's a judgment-free zone. Y'all don't judge me on that. I know I need to stop. It's a bad habit. But a wife to me would be equal to what I would like a husband of what I would be looking for, just a partner who is supportive and there when you need them. But most importantly to me, I think a wife is someone who should be someone that when you hang out with your significant other, they just have a good time and laugh and have fun and are just pretty much you're like your best friend. Like that's your wife. That's your husband.
Okay. No,
Should be.
like I said, it's your own words. So like I said, it ain't no right or wrong answers. I'm just want to know what you thought. Okay. So
That's what I
what
think.
qualities do you have? Do you have that makes you wifeable?
Ah, damn. I don't know if I want to answer these questions because that's like saying, trying to advertise myself. But boy, I should be. I, 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 I like
Mm-hmm.
I'll just describe myself. Um, Whether someone think that's wifeable or not, I
Mm-hmm.
mean that's all opinion. But I'm very I like to stay balanced, well grounded. I like to stay active, stay focused, which is why I try to incorporate yoga, fitness, at least some type of self meditation every day. Um, I think if you're not centered or if you're not in a good headspace, there's no way you could be with somebody, who, especially if you expect the same from the other person. Hold on, let me
Yeah.
turn my
I
music
said was
down.
like
Sorry.
like what's that noise?
You gotta have that slow music in the back. But yeah. What was I saying?
Basically, like
What
some
was your question
qualities
again?
of you that in a man. Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay. Well, it's the qualities I think I have. I have not been in a relationship in a while, and I don't think that I really have been in a real relationship. If
Right, it
I
makes
don't know if that
sense.
makes sense. But but I think for the right person, all the things that like I would like to do, like maybe like surprise them with something on the random, not just for holidays or birthdays or like spontaneous trips and just like keeping it fun, keeping it not boring and always trying to keep that attraction like sexually and not even just sexually, just I want to be able to look at my partner and be like, damn, and I want to be able to do the same to me. So yeah, the qualities that I possess, I will say I look
Got you,
for as
got you.
well.
So, what's your ideal honeymoon? Where you want to go? Your ideal honeymoon.
My
Where
what?
would you like to
Oh.
go?
That's a hard one. I don't know. I'm very probably somewhere tropical, beachy, not too big. But who knows when I get married one day, if I do, I might want a big, huge wedding. But right now, it definitely like a getaway wedding, like a destination wedding for sure. On the beach, maybe
Got you. I got
somewhere
you.
tropical.
Okay. So, like, You drink
I
for
do, yes.
420. You fuck with the 420 festivities.
I don't
I mean,
know, is it
it
safe
most
to say
definitely
on
is. I
here?
was just okay. So
Yeah.
so yeah,
I'm I'm
yeah.
420 friendly for sure.
We might have to get a session in tonight. Looking at it. No, but I want to know, Ro, do you know how to pick the good man from the wrong man?
I would say I'm pretty good with that. I don't, like I said, my dating history is really like it's not very broad. So I can't sit there and tell you, man, I dated all these losers and then I dated all these like I can't really say that. But I would say I'm pretty good with knowing if there's a connection or not, fairly quickly. Um it doesn't I'm very very picky, so it's not very hard for me to point out things. Like if I start talking to you, that's why it's so quick for me to be like, okay, there's potential here, or like no, from certain little things that someone might do. And um and yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah. I
that
mean,
answers
it
your
does. It
question or
does.
not, but
Like basically, like you selective, so you do know how to pick the right man for you at least. So I want to ask you too, like what's a red flag to you when dating, or I guess before dating, or you know what I'm saying, you know
on
how they go. What's a red flag that you look out for?
well, I don't say I don't date. Like I don't. It's not. I don't know what you mean by date. I mean
No,
like
I'm
serious
saying
relationship.
like dating,
No,
like,
but
as in like,
like
I
okay.
so saying you just met somebody, and then like y'all getting to learn each other, and then a red flag, something pop out. Like what's a red flag for you to you that you deem as a red flag?
I don't like someone who boasts, like talks about all the stuff they have, or like how great they are, or I'm this and I got this and I got that. That's automatic. I think turn off. Someone who just keeps talking. Talking about themselves. You just sit there and you show that you're not really interested. You're just like, They don't really catch the hint, can't really read the room and just keep talking. Um, I don't know, someone who isn't like upfront right away. I like someone to, tell me their intentions right away. I don't like to waste my time. So a red flag, someone who's like beats around the bush and is just like, I don't know, can't answer direct questions, and you could tell that, their intentions. Um, yeah, there's so many red flags that I pick out. I mean, like I said, when you're picky, there's a lot of things that you point
Okay,
out that you don't like.
that's what's up. So like, are you familiar with like the five major love languages?
I know there's I don't know if I could name them all right now. I know there's like acts of
About
gratitude, like
yeah, let me help.
touch, or
Yeah,
are
let
you
me help
talking
you out.
about
So I'm
that?
gonna
Like,
name
what
all
do you mean?
five of them, and I kind of want you to put them at. Yeah,
Or
yeah, you
acts of
talking some acts of
service?
gratitude.
That's
I'm like, wait. Yeah, no, I got you, dog. So
something.
I'm gonna
Same
tell you
shit.
the top major five, and I want you to rank them from importance to least importance to you. All right, all right. So I'm gonna just name them
Shit.
first, and then you kind of put them in your own order. So you got gifts, you got physical. All right,
Well,
you got gifts, you got physical touch, you got quality time, you got acts of service, and words of affirmations.
damn, but I needed. You should have told me to get me a pen and notepad real quick. Hold on. Okay, say it one more
You
time, and
got
then I
gifts,
got it.
physical touch, acts of services, quality time, and words of affirmation.
For me, it would be physical touch is a big one for me. I think I'm very. I like. I am not a physical person at all. Like if we're not together, I'm not like. But if we're in a relationship, like when we go out, like to hold hands, like if we go out to the club together, like be kissing on each other, like I like to show
Okay.
PDA if we are together. Um, so touch would definitely be up there. Words of affirmation, I think, are really important for both ways. I think that I should be giving. I plan on giving words of affirmation too, and not the words of affirmation. I don't think they should be like you're just saying them just to say them. Like they should really feel like you really believe it. Like, hey, if you know that your partner like wants to do something or start something, you really believe they can. You shouldn't just be saying it like, oh, I'm supposed to say this to them to encourage them. Like, you need to really believe they can. And then the words of affirmation should just come naturally. And so, yeah, that's a big thing because I think, you should always be encouraged by your partner. Um,
Was
and then
you got
the
you
other
got gifts,
three were
you got gifts, quality time, and acts of services.
um acts of service and quality
And then
time.
gifts.
Uh,
Gotcha. Okay,
and
yeah,
then
like we ain't
gifts.
gotta.
Actually, I don't know. The gifts one is hard because it's always nice to receive gifts, but like if you're gonna try to rank like that between like spending time together, like nah, I'd rather like spend time than like have like if I'm talking to someone long distance and in Korea and like we can't spend any quality time, but they could send me something, like I would rather have the quality time. But gifts is up there in
Right. So
certain
it sounds
ways.
like to me gifts would be for the.
Like I don't know. I feel like acts of service and gifts are like if I get up and go get a smoothie for you in the morning, like I feel like that's part of gifts and act of service in a way. Because to me, that would be a
Okay.
little
Yeah. I mean,
gift.
because yeah, they do kind of all correlate and kind of go hand in hand. But like it's like acts of service. When I think of acts of service, like I could just be like, "Hey, baby, can you go get me something to drink?" You know what I'm saying? Like, and she enthusiastic about doing it. You know what I'm saying? Versus like, you got feet. Yeah, what
Okay,
the fuck?
yeah.
You know what I'm
Uh,
saying?
yeah, that's above, that's going to be acts of service above
Gotcha.
gifts for
Okay.
sure.
So I want to know, bro, what do you value most about men?
Um, Probably their honesty and
Hmm.
sense of humor, their positivity, their mentality. Man, I can, I can. Was I supposed to just name one? Because if I have to name one, most important would be just someone positive and fun and on the same
Okay.
wavelength.
Yeah. No, I mean, no, that was cool. I like where you was going when you started just naming them out, because like,
Name
and
them
I can
off
honestly
if you want me
say you the
to.
first person that I done had on my podcast that said something about sense of humor. Like I think that's very critical. I mean, because like when you think about it, like I had a list of different things.
The
Yeah, I had a list of
very
different things,
great.
like as far as like different attributes or qualities that man possess that women would find attractive. But like sense of humor was not on there, so I appreciate that. Well, I
What do they usually
kind of
say?
like if
Out of
they have trouble,
curiosity.
like so I kind of break them down to like pairs. So I'm just name off the pairs for you. So I just added the honesty and sense of humor pair. So, but thanks to you, I just did it
Humor
like
is
in real life. So we got education and degrees. We got money and stability. You got looks and digging stick. You got masculinity and energy. You got wisdom and understanding. You got, like I said, the newly added honesty and sense of humor. And then the last one was ambition and drive. Yeah, so
yeah.
usually I let women choose from one of those periods or something, if they had trouble with giving me an answer to that.
Oh, okay. I mean, those are all, of course, every single one of those that you said, those are on the list of what I would be looking for. But I mean, if we're gonna I can't name the whole list, but yeah, top one of the top would be sense of humor because I have very big sense of humor. I'm always joking around, and if you don't have that, then it's just
It'd be
it
stale and
wouldn't
boring
work.
and shit. Okay, so
Pretty much,
Ro,
yeah.
what's your favorite physical feature on a man?
Damn. That's tough. Maybe it would have to be either smile or I like height. I like tall guys, like big, tall guys. Um, but smile would probably be
Okay.
on the top. I know there's a lot. I look at like bone structure, like cheekbones and jawline and stuff like that. So,
Okay, but it's for the most part,
yeah,
they smile.
it's gonna be the face
Got
over
you,
the
got you.
body.
Okay, so have you ever been engaged?
I have been asked. It's a
Yeah.
complicated
And you
situation.
ain't got to get into it. I just wonder. So you was proposed to, but never like you turned it down.
I
Okay,
don't
got
really
you.
want to get
So
into
it's
that.
safe to say you never been married.
Um, no, I have never been married. I have never been
Got it, got it.
officially
Okay, so
married.
like, do you prefer the legal marriage, or you cool with just a ceremony of love and a wedding day?
I think if you're gonna do the ceremony and the wedding day, then the legal should be. Yeah, I'm with the legal part of it for sure. I think both are need to intertwine. I don't think you should
Okay,
just do
so
one.
what's your thoughts on prenups?
Prenups? Um, I think they're smart. I like to think of prenups as if I was the one that needed the prenup because I'm the one that's protecting my assets. And I don't like to think of it as, oh, I married somebody with like a billionaire, what would I get? And so if you think about it in protecting your assets and what you have, and if I needed a prenup and I wanted my partner to sign one, I I would like that. But also, people think prenups are like, oh, this is just like, if we divorce, you get nothing. Like you don't get none of my money. Like that's not what a prenup is. A prenup is like more of just like understanding like strict guidelines of what you get, exactly, what like how the divorce would go if you were to get a divorce. And yeah, I think that's smart. I think you never know what's going to happen. So many people, I'm so in love, I'm not going to need a prenup, or I'm so like, of course, like that's why you're getting married. And you're always going to have that phase of like, I'm so in love, but sometimes shit doesn't work out and you want to be prepared. So
Okay,
yeah, I'm
so
for it. With somebody with a lot of money and they want me to sign a prenup, I mean, I'll sign a prenup because if you're really with them for them, like it shouldn't really matter anyways,
that's real.
and vice versa.
Okay, so tell me about your thoughts on about divorce.
I don't know. You need to be more specific.
I'm asking your thoughts on it. Like, do you agree? Do you don't disagree? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your thoughts on
I think if you're unhappy in your marriage and it's not working out, I think you should get a divorce and move on and find something else that makes you happy, even if it's being by yourself and not being with anybody. I am not against a divorce. I think divorce is like a normal thing. I'm not. I don't think you should stay married for, if like people are like have children, they're like, we can't be divorced, you know, we can't get a divorce like for the children. Like, I don't believe in that. I think the children need to see a healthy like relationship, and that's actually probably hurting them. So yeah, I'm all for divorce. If it's not working out and you feel like you deserve better or your partner deserves better, whatever the situation, yeah, get a divorce. Move on. Something better
Okay,
is
okay.
out there.
So, Ro, you know, in the event of marriage, are you hyphenating your last name?
It depends. You mean am I
Like,
changing my last
if you
name like to
hyphen,
their
like
last
either you could
name?
change it to where you take on your husband's last name, or you keep your last name and add your husband.
It depends what the last name is and how it sounds with my name, you know.
It gotta sound smooth, huh?
My has white ass last names, and it just sounds weird with my last name. That's like saying because my name's Rawan. It'll be like Rawan Jones, and I'm just
Yeah.
saying the name. I'm not outing anybody, but like it just don't sound right. No, no, no. But if it's like if I'm 100% in and we're together and we're married and we signed papers, we had a wedding, we like have children, a house, yeah, I'll if that's I'll change my
Okay.
last name. Yes.
So, what's your thoughts about men with children? Nah,
Men
men
with
with children.
children or
Like you
having
meet them and
children.
they got children already. What's your thoughts about that?
I it it really it makes a big difference how old the children are. If they're very young, it's a lot different than when, you know, they're older in middle school, high school. Because when they're very young, you know, there's more
Yeah.
communication with the ex, I would say. Because you need to talk about the children, you need to see them to, like, you know, if it's a baby, like you gotta, you know, there's more connection. But when you have teenage children, you know, you don't need to constantly be talking to your ex. And nothing about co-parenting or anything, but like it's just like something like you don't have to deal with it. Why? Like I don't want to be sitting there listening to my man like talk to his ex, even if it's about children. And it's no problem. Like there's nothing wrong with it. My last relationship, they had 2 kids before a previous marriage, so I don't have any. I love children. I don't think children really matter. I think it's more work, obviously, that you have to put in because that's more that you have to deal with. But yeah, I'm not like, oh yeah, you have
Okay.
kids. No, like deal breaker. But it just depends the circumstances that you have the kids with. Like I don't like drama. I don't need nobody like no baby mama drama. Like, you know, if it's all cool, chill, well, you have kids, cool. Like, but if it's like in a weird, wild drama
I got
situation,
you.
nah, I'm good.
Okay. So, I want uh I want to ask you, like, do you consider yourself a gold digger? Yeah.
A gold digger? Like a gold digger?
Yeah.
Like looking for a man with money? Because I'd probably be with one right now. I'm just playing. But no, I definitely do
Okay.
not.
So let me ask you this then: do you think you can truly be submissive to a man who make less money than you?
Depends how much I'm making. If I'm making $2 an hour and he makes an hour, we might have to put our relationship on hold until we both get our shit together. But like, as far as money, I don't know. I came from a very like I'm Arabian, and you know, Arabian culture is women aren't supposed to work. You know, their job is to take care of the household, take care of the kids, man works, brings home the money. Like for women to work in my culture is like if the man is not providing, like ain't no 50-50 on the bills type of culture. Like if you're paying 50-50, like what the hell? Like when I told my mom that I was like splitting bills with the last person I was with a long time ago, she was just like, she did not understand it. She was like what, how can you like be like what, like that's not a man. And you know, it's just like coming, like I'm first generation American. I'm like, my parents are the only ones to come to America, so and so they have that mentality and I have this mentality, so I don't mind. I think having some sort of balance, like if I'm making much more than you, then there could be like a percentage, like a, like okay, well you can pay 30% and I'll pay 70%, or like, you know, working together, because you never know, like if, as long as I'm helping and you're not just like sitting around and just like I'm paying everything and you're just not doing anything, like no. But I don't really care about that. I mean, if I can provide and I can help out, and that's like, that's a blessing. And if I love somebody, I'll share that blessing with them. No problem. As long as
Right,
that's not the
exactly.
only reason that they're
Okay,
with me.
I like that. I like that. So, would you consider yourself a free spender?
A free
You
spender?
know, a lot of
What
women
is a
ask
free
that, and
spender?
I'd be like, huh, how y'all not know? A free spender is somebody just like spend all their money carelessly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care. Like, they got have only $1,000 to their name, but they go to the mall and spend that whole $1,000. Like, that's a free spender. They don't care.
I'm surprised I don't know that term, because I am very impulsive. I I'll be like, ooh, my direct deposit just hit, knowing damn well, like, I don't need this. I'll be like, oh, but I don't have this color, but it's not this material. Like, I got the same shit, but I'll still buy it. So yeah, I'm an impulsive spender sometimes, but I'm also very, very frugal. Like, I love like going to like bargain stores and like thrift stores for things, and like Facebook Marketplace and like things like that. So like I am an impulsive spender. I am
A
a, what
free
is the
free
term you
spender.
said? I am a free spender, but I try to do it in a smart
Yeah,
way,
I
if
got you. I
that
got
makes
you.
sense.
Like, you balling on the budget type shit.
Oh hell yeah, balling on a budget. That's
Got you. You
exactly.
you ever apply for bankruptcy? Okay. Would
No.
there be a limit?
Figure out how to do my taxes, man. I don't even know. I'm
So would there be a limit to your spending before you consult with your husband? Will there be a
wait,
limit
what?
to your spending before consulting with your husband?
I don't know. You need to say a little more
Okay.
than that. I'm
No, all
not too
right.
sure
So
I understand.
in the event you get married, right? Like, are you just going to buy, Rolls Royces every day, or you gonna actually pick up that phone and say, hey, if I make this purchase, is it cool? Or like that's what I'm saying, is it the limit, or is it? I know,
I'll definitely say I feel you. I know what you're saying. The Rolls Royces every day, no, because like I said, I'm frugal, and I just feel like even when I come into a lot of money, I will still have a very frugal mentality. Like, what you need five Rolls Royces for? Like, no, I could buy like things that are more like necessities or essential than something that's not. But if I'm ever in that place, and I would spend it more on travel. Like, I would rather have experiences and memories than a fucking car, another car just sitting in the parking lot so I can drive it. It would be nice to have, but like, as far as, are you asking if I
yeah,
would ask
like
for
like at
permission
a
or
certain
what?
level, a certain amount before you spend it. Like it could be 500, $1,000. Like, are you gonna? I'm gonna say, I'm gonna ask you. You could not pick up the phone and still make your purchases, but I just want to know.
That would just and go back to what you were saying on whose money am I spending? If I'm spending my own money, I'm not gonna ask for your permission. Like if we're going 30/70, like I said, if you can only do 30% and I can do 70 and I'm using my 70 part of my 70% to buy my purchase, then okay. But if we're going into our money, if we have like conjoined bank accounts and like you're putting money in there also, hell yeah, I would say something, because that's like, I wouldn't want them going to buy some expensive ass shit with some money that I'm putting into. But if it's your own money and you're making it, like, go buy what you want. I don't care. Like, that's your money. I have, whatever you
I
want,
got you. I
get
got
it.
you. Okay, that makes more sense. So, Ro, I do want to know though. Do you have any anger management issues?
Not. I don't think so. Like I said, when we started, I think one of my top qualities, I like to stay like calm and chill. It takes a lot, like a lot for if you see me like get hyped or mad at like, then you know that okay, she must really like be passionate about this. But no, I don't. And if I ever find myself in a position or a relationship that brings out that I feel like I'm like screaming or yelling or bringing out these qualities, then that would definitely be a sign like, okay, no, that's not me. I need to go, because that's not what I'm working like hard trying to like stay in a good headspace. And if you're with somebody that's just like disrupting that, or that you have to like even just raise your voice and talk louder than you usually do, that's still like disrupting your headspace. And no, I don't
Hmm.
think I need anger management, but and I definitely, and if I ever feel like I do, I'm I would definitely work.
Okay.
I'll definitely work
So
on
tell
it.
me about some of your toxic traits. Yeah.
My toxic traits. Ooh. Uh, um. Well. Damn. I feel like I should have. I should have. You're making me think a lot about myself. Actually, I'm
No,
about to
but
go internalize
this
all
this is
this.
what
And
this platform is about, though. You know what I'm saying?
oh, no, and that's good. I like that. But I'll say one toxic trait I have for sure. I'll name off the bat is I'm stubborn as hell. Like, yeah, you can't tell me nothing. Like I'm very stubborn. That's one of my toxic
Now, that's
traits.
good. You can just give me one. We ain't got.
It's
Okay.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna give you more. I was just elaborate on that, but no. You said I'm
Yeah,
good,
like
so it's
good.
cool.
You
I
good.
ain't gonna
Good.
lie. I'm very, but it's positive but it's negative sometimes. You gotta hold your ground, but sometimes you
Make
gotta
a
put that aside.
adjustment.
And
I got you.
yeah.
So, like, can you control your mouth when you're angry?
Oh, see, this is what I'm saying. This also goes back to the anger management and the person you're with. Like, I don't want to be with somebody who I have
I
to
mean,
do that
it
with.
don't
Like,
necessarily mean that he made you angry.
I,
You could be angry about
I
a cashier at the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Can you control your mouth when you're angry?
yeah, because like I said, it takes a lot for me to be mad or say something like, oh, something like that. Oh, hell yeah, no. I'm like nice to everybody, and I've been out to eat with people who are like, no, this is wrong. Like, take it back. And I'm like, man, they could bring me the wrong food. Like, it would have to really be like for me to say something or do something. That goes with the turnoffs that you said. Like, we go out to eat and you're not nice to like the waiters, waitresses, like just like Like, you know, like there's people that are just feel like they're entitled, like bring me this, bring me that, like nah, like, and just the way that they talk to people, you have to be very observant. And yeah, that can be a turn on, turn off as well. You just gotta really sit back on a date and like listen and observe, and that's how you see if there's
Okay, so
potential or not.
like, have you ever caused a big scene in public?
Have caused a
Okay.
big scene? I have, yes. But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I've been in
Yeah.
these relationships before, relationships, but like they've but when you realize that like that's not me, like I don't do that. And so it's like, why am I with somebody who's bringing out that part of me, like, you know? So yeah, I have, and that's just not me, and I don't plan on doing that. And I think it has a lot to, you shouldn't have to cause a big scene with your partner. Like you need to find somebody who is, you know, like knows the time and place for things. And if there's shit going down, like there should never be a big scene. Like I want to be able to work things out peacefully in a calm way, talking like adults, not like yelling and screaming or calling people out of their name. And like
Yeah.
that's just like so toxic. So I I have before in the past, and I've done some shit I'm not proud of, or I feel like I put too much emotion into shit that like really doesn't deserve it. But in the end, I mean, we're talking future wise, and for what I'm looking for, yeah, I'm not looking for anyone that I would even have to consider starting a scene with, a public scene. But
Okay.
that's what it's
Yeah,
talking about.
that's great explanation. So, I want to know, do you ever feel like it's okay to call a man a bitch?
No, because I don't even like when men call women bitches. Even when they say it in a common term, like that bitch fine over there. It's like, I don't know. I don't like it. Even like when I hear people say it in a nice way, I'll be like, man, don't call her a bitch. Like, or don't say bitch. So I like, no, like why? Unless like you're like mad at someone and you're like cussing them out and flipping them out, and you say bitch, like okay, but in other than that, like no. And your partner especially, I don't think that saying any type of derogatory term to them in any type of way, like I don't care how mad my partner is, like he better not call me a bitch. He better not call me a hoe. He better not call me like, you know, like there's certain words that are like, all right, you just like it, because when these things come out, it shows you how they act when they're angry, and sometimes it shows their true colors. So I don't want to be that person, and I definitely would never accept that, nor am I looking for that in the next person. So yeah, I don't think there's a reason to call someone a bitch unless like they're really being a bitch. Then it's like, okay, you can maybe call them a bitch, but yeah, just don't make it like a
Right.
normal like, oh
I
bitch
see what you're
bitch
saying.
bitch
But
thing.
so if yo,
Like, oh, never it should never be used against each other. No, me to them or them to me, like that should
even
never
even
happen.
if he was bragging on you, like, man, my
But
bitch, I got the baddest bitch in the world.
I would prefer him not to say bitch is what like like that's a nice thing to say. Like when, like I said, when you say, oh, like that bitch fine over there, like damn bitch you fine, like I get weird DMs and shit. That's just like, okay, I literally read them and laugh because it's like that's your opening line, like saying bitch, like it's a compliment, okay, but like no, like this just not me. Like that's not, some girls might like that, like, but for me, I just feel like there's a more classy way
Got you.
to
Okay.
approach. I would want, if my man is classy, like I'm looking for, he's not gonna be calling women bitches, let alone his bitch. So yeah, I would prefer him to say my girl, my woman, my whatever. I would prefer him not to say my bitch. No, I would
Okay.
prefer not.
So, Ro, have you been shot at, stabbed, or jailed for major crime?
Shot at, stabbed, no.
Jailed
And what
for a
was
major
your
crime?
third? Damn, I thought you could Google this shit. Damn. Did I give you my full
No,
name in the beginning? I
it's
don't
just
know.
something I ask everybody because you'd be surprised what I hear on this show. I'll tell you that.
I mean, I've had my couple run-ins with the police in my college days. In I've had my run-ins, but no, I mean, I'm out and I'm free right now, so no major, nothing too major. I'm not
I
in
got you. I
jail,
got
so
you.
we'll
You ever
just
been
say
in the
that.
game? You ever been in the game?
To a game?
Not but like,
Hell no.
got you. I got
And
you.
I
So
will
like
be.
in the event, like say,
Girls you record, they be like,
I
yeah, and they say
like
they've
I
been
haven't
in the
had
game.
anybody tell me yeah for that one, but like you'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised. Like
Maybe I feel like you're not supposed to. I don't know. I'm not a gang member or anything, but I don't know. Is that something you're supposed to just go out and just be saying
nah,
like, "Oh yeah, blood"? I because I don't know if I'm starting. If
no,
I'm
it's just
starting
more like
shit.
you know what I'm saying. That's these are things you would like to know about a woman before moving to the next level. If y'all on that type of turn, you know what I'm saying.
I am not involved in any gangs. I will never be. That is not my thing. I'm like I said, I'm very peaceful, calm. I don't think gangs are that. And in a man, I ain't looking for no man and no gang. So yeah, unless he's like a fucking sweet ass peaceful gang member, which I don't. Yeah, no,
Gang,
I'm
looking
pass on
there.
that.
So, Ro, in the event like say you and I was together, right? We out and about. What would I be doing that would be considered flirting to you with another woman? And this could be online and offline.
We're together, like we're dating, and then we're out, and then I
Yeah,
felt
like
like you were flirting
what
with
would I
another
have to be
woman.
doing in order for you to feel like I'm flirting?
Um, See, that's a little tough because I know that causes that, at least with me, like flirtation. I'm a very flirtatious person, and like when you're flirtatious, sometimes you don't realize it because you're just being you, until maybe somebody like outs you or like says like, "Hey," like, and then you think about it and you're like, "Yeah, maybe if they did that, I would have felt some type of way." But as far as flirting, like there's beautiful women everywhere. Like I appreciate beauty. Like I'll see a beautiful woman and be like, "Damn, she's beautiful." And I don't even like women. So I'm not the type to be like, why you like looking at her, but there's a point to
Mhm.
there's a degree of respect. Like, you can appreciate beauty because if I can appreciate beauty, you're a man. You will appreciate beauty, but don't make it disrespectful. Don't be breaking your neck looking at
Like that.
somebody when we're together. Like don't be making comments like, "Damn, that girl fine over there," and we're together, or even if we're not together. Actually, that's one of the one. Actually, that's actually a very big thing. It's like don't just do things because I'm there. Do things like because that's just what you do. Like if you're with your homeboys and it's like you're a whole different person and you're like, "Damn, that bitch fine," and then you come around me and I don't like the word bitch, and I don't like like if you're a smart older educated man, you know the things that you should and shouldn't do in a relationship, and it's pretty much what you wouldn't want your significant other to do. And so like flirting, it as long if somebody comes and is like flirting with my man and it's pretty much like, "I want you so fine, I want to fuck you
Oh
tonight,
yeah.
excuse my language. And I don't care about that because them, I'm not dating them. That's, might be even flattering. Like, okay, they want my man, but once there's reciprocation and I feel like that they're flirting back, then that's not okay. But yeah, I mean, flirting, yeah, no, it shouldn't be to the point to where the other person that they're flirting with thinks that, oh, her man wants me. And same vice versa. Like, there's no man that should think like, oh, his girl wants me, or like she's like, I don't want my future man to feel that way that I want anybody else. So
Okay. So
yeah,
you said you was Arabian, right?
Arabian, yeah, from half Jordanian, half Palestinian. So my dad is from Palestine and my mom is from Jordan. But most of my family is living in Jordan, like all my aunts, uncles, cousins, literally everybody. Because, like I said, my parents were the first ones to come to America. So I primarily say Jordan, but in the end, it's
Got you.
Arabian, Middle Eastern.
Are you vaccinated?
Yeah, doing these, like I've been doing a few like with the acting and stuff. You gotta be like double vaccinated and boosted, and be tested every time you go like film or shoot or do anything. So yeah, you
Okay.
gotta be. But
So
yeah, I am double
okay,
vaccinated and
okay.
boosted.
So like what's the relationship like with your father?
We're cool. I mean, it's a very neutral relationship. We're not too close like I am with my mom, but like we don't have any like bad blood. It's not like we don't have any bad relationship. It's just it's hard to keep in contact. Well, I'm not gonna say that because you always make time for the things that excuse me, for the things that are important. But like moving to a new city, I just moved to a new apartment and then like starting a new job and like just doing all this stuff. It's like hard to keep in contact. But yeah, my relationship with my family, with my parents is just normal. I'm much closer to my mom, I will say that. But other than that, my relationship with my dad
Okay.
is just neutral.
So like say if you had your own children, do you think your career is more important than your family? Okay.
No, I don't think your career should ever be more important than your family in any situation. People with children, without children. I think that because the career is, I don't know, that's kind of tough. Like, what if your career is like so important that that's the only way to provide for your family? But if it's like taking away from your family and you don't get to spend that quality time and it's taking away all this, then yeah, no, I don't. I think quality time is much more important
I
mentally.
I
So
do agree
yeah,
with you. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know, like, in your opinion, who would be considered the prize in a relationship, men or women?
I think they should be both considered the prize in each other's
Okay.
eyes. I mean, like I should think he's the prize, and he should think I'm the prize. I don't know.
No,
I don't
like I
know
said, ain't
the
no wrong
answer.
answers here. We just want
'Cause-
to know what you think.
what do people
I mean,
usually say?
you got. I say most women, most women would
Prize
say women are the prize.
one.
Some women, some
Oh,
we had the little
really?
sprinkles of women who said that man was the prize. So it's just like I said, no judgment here. We just want to know what y'all think. Um,
No, I think it'd be a mutual thing. Like I want you to think I'm the prize, and I want to feel like I won the prize too. So it's like we're both the prize. It's no one person is better. I feel like the prize is like, oh, that like they're better than me, or they won me and they don't deserve me, and that's setting a bad precedent for the relationship. So I think you should both look at each
I
other
mean, is
as
it
the
like when you
prize.
say that, like we both, I could attest to it, but like I'm assuming you can too, as far as like seeing somebody be like, man, she or he don't even deserve you type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, I've been in those circumstances before, but in the end, like the people that are talking, they don't know the full extent of the relationship. They just see what you show them. And, they might be right. And in some of my cases, they were right. And when they say blind by love, that is true. Because you are willing to accept a lot of things that you normally wouldn't accept. And you are like, when you really love somebody, like, I mean, you try to make it work. And yeah, so with that,
got you. Yeah, we can move on. We ain't gotta continue to dwell on that. But I want to know, do you like to be cold approached by men? And when
coach, is that a men's slang term or
I think it's
Atlanta
like
terms? I don't know.
it's a man term, as in like cold approach, as in like, okay, you could be just out, doing whatever, getting a coffee or tea or whatever, and then a man see you, he think you attractive, so he cold approach you, as in like you didn't see him, you didn't wink at him, you didn't give him no like attraction confirmation, so it'd be a cold approach because he don't know you, you don't know him, and you ain't even see him. So do you like that?
A friend. Actually, I do. And I say that because most people think I'm very intimidating. Um, when I go out, I might go out, see somebody, and then they'll message me on Instagram or whatever social media and be like, "Hey, I saw you," and I, it's like I saw you out, and it's like, "Hey, man, like I would like come say, hey, what's up? Like if you saw me." So I do like the approach. I like when I go out, and because it shows that okay, it's flattering sometimes. Sometimes I'm not gonna, like when you're at the gas station and people are like, oh, you too fine to be pumping gas. What you doing? Where your man
Yeah.
at? Like, like shit like that. It's like, okay, that's a little, I don't like that. But if you're out and a guy's trying to shoot his shot, I do like that because it's like, that's what I do. If I see something I like, I'm the type of girl, I will approach you if I find you attractive, and if you don't come to me first. But I'm also, if I'm sitting across a bar and I see a guy, and that looks interested in me, and like I seem interested in him, and he like sends a drink over, or I consider that an approach, or comes to me and starts talking
Okay.
to me. Yeah, I like that for sure. Because like you're putting action to it, you're not just talking
Now, for sure.
shit.
Well, just a little shameless plug. It's on my other podcast, FEMALEHOLIC, which is where I talk to men, and I actually got a upcoming episode this Thursday. But anyway, on the FEMALEHOLIC, I encourage men not to cold approach because, like you just stated, if a woman really like you, she gonna put herself in your orbit. She might not be as aggressive, like, damn, I want you to know, but you know what I'm saying. But she gonna, she gonna let you know she like you. You know what I'm saying. And it's on a man to know, like, to pick up on those cues, because attractive women, they do things subtly. You know what I'm saying. They not, like I said, they not gonna be aggressive like a man would be aggressive with a woman. Damn, baby, you got fat ass, let me fuck. You know what I'm saying. Uh,
Okay, approaches. That's
I,
not the approach I'm looking for. More class, but also I wouldn't say discourage men to.
yeah,
You said
as
the
in like,
code approach is what it's called. I wouldn't discourage it because it could be good in like I could be interested in you, but like I'm like, okay, are you gonna come talk to me, or like, and it could ruin a whole opportunity just because some women and some quality women are maybe waiting for the man to make the move, and if he doesn't, then okay, but don't come up and say, oh, yo, you got a fat ass, Like if some girls, like I said, might like that, and that's how you get them. But like, I guess it's all dependent on the person, what they're looking for, what your approach is. The approach I'm looking for more is a little more classy, and so yeah, I do like the approach for sure. Even if I might deny it, I mean, it's still flattering.
I feel that. I feel that. So, Ro, you don't got no children, right? You like children?
No. Yeah, I used to be a preschool
Okay,
teacher for a
that's
couple
what's up.
years. I
I ain't
love
know that. I ain't know that.
children.
What's your thoughts about abortion? Yeah.
Abortion? I think that if you get pregnant and you guys it just so happened in the wrong time, and the most important is you can't provide for your child. I'm not against abortion at all. I think that, I don't know, that's a touchy subject because like at a certain point, like you can have abortions these days up until like you can give birth, which is a full grown baby. And then it's like, then I start getting a little like, damn, like I think I'm cool with abortion to a certain extent, I guess. Maybe like don't get an abortion when you're like months in to where it's uh, like a fully formed baby. I'm into early abortions. I'm into if you can't provide and you guys like, and that's because in the end, I think that not having a baby in the wrong circumstances and not being able to provide and have a bad, like, hard life is worse. So it's worse for the child. And so in certain situations, I don't know, that's a tough subject. Hopefully I don't have to deal with that. Hopefully, whoever does, they make the right decision, but I'm not against it.
Damn.
Yes. Even Alexa don't know, so shit.
So, Ro, how many times you been pregnant?
How
Yeah.
many times have I been pregnant?
Okay.
0. Like I said, hopefully I never have to deal with that, think about it, and then hopefully if I ever become pregnant, it would be good news to me and not like, shit. I figure out how to. So I can't really say too much because I don't have much experience with it. I haven't really had any friends who
Kids
have
and shit.
like that or like been like, I have to get an abortion to like really get too much insight. But I would like to say that if you're not ready and the partner is not right and you feel like you can't provide and it's just not the right situation, then yeah, I mean, I'm not against
Do
it
you
at
know if you
all.
can have any? No, no, kids. We
Abortions
moved
or
on from
babies?
abortion.
Oh yeah, I want kids for sure. I'm one of 6 children. It was supposed to be 7 children, but I'm one of 6 children, and I'm the middle child. And like, I loved it. Like, you grow up with. My household was never quiet. Always shit going on. You always have someone to play with. Being the middle child, I had like older brothers and sisters that could like I learned from, and then I have younger brothers and sisters that I could like teach. And I just loved growing up with lots of siblings. I want to have a lot, but who knows? I might have one and be like, fuck this. Oh, like that's it. But right now, with the right person, like yeah, I would like a big family. If I can provide for them and like give them everything, and like that's the only thing holding me back. And I'm with a good partner, and yeah, I'll pump out
Okay.
some
So, like,
babies.
when it comes to schooling for those babies, how you schooling them? You private school, public, charter school, homeschool? How you want to school them?
You came far ahead than I thought, because I'm sitting here thinking if I want kids, how many kids and with who? And you talking about how are you gonna school them? I have no idea. It depends where I'm at in my life. what I can afford, I'm going to try to put them in the best schools. That's all I can say. I mean, whatever I can provide for them and give them the best of, I'm going to do that. If there's, I mean, I'm going to just try to provide the best. If private school is the best, I haven't done my research on like sending kids to school and like what the best experience is, or not sending them to school and just traveling the world with them. If like that serves them the best purpose, then I'll do that. Like I really haven't done that type of research yet because I'm not really like, not even in a relationship, looking for relationship, let alone thinking about kids and how I'm going to raise them. But yeah, schooling,
Right.
that's far ahead, but I mean, I'm trying to give them the best education as possible and make sure the most important thing
I
is
got
that
you.
they're just good
Okay, so
people.
like, tell me what's a deal breaker for you? Relationships.
As far as what? Well, there's a lot of deal breakers. That goes with
Well,
the red
yeah, well,
flags.
give me like, I
All
guess, give me
right,
your number
great.
one.
I
Your
can
number one.
go on. I, I told you I'm picky, so like deal breakers are a lot. You want to give me a
Yeah,
number
just
so
give
I
me your
can
number one
stop
deal
that?
breaker or your top.
Okay, let me just listen then. Okay. Deal breaker is attentiveness. So if you're not showing attentiveness, then that's a deal breaker. If we're talking and you can't respond until 5, 6, 7 hours later, and the people and people are busy. They're busy, but like I said, I believe that if you really care for someone, you will find 2 seconds to send a quick text. So deal breaker for me is attentiveness and like making sure that your partner feels like you know they're important in your life, no matter what you
Okay,
have going
okay.
on. And is understanding and listening. Understanding for sure. I feel like there's a lot of things that I could tell my partner, and if they don't understand, they would be very, very judgmental. And so the judgment is just like, like past is your past, this is your current life, this is what we're trying to build. Like, not focusing on the past, or oh, you did this before, like so not bringing the past as a weapon
Okay.
against you.
So I want to know, Ro, have you ever cheated? Okay.
I
And
have, yes.
it's like,
And this, like, I will say this, I've only been in 2 serious relationships. One of my first one was in college, when I was like 18, 19. That was the first time I've ever had a boyfriend, like anything serious. And my first years in college, and it was like I don't really know. Like I said, first relationship, didn't really know. Like we'd get mad at each other and like break up, and like maybe like I might do some things, and then we get back together the next day. But I will say, like in my past 2 real relationships, if we're good and we're in a good place and we're happy, like there should be no reason or feeling or desire to look anywhere else or do anything else. And I look back at that time that I have done shit like that, and I'm like, well, obviously that's probably why it didn't work out, because you should never feel that way. I should never feel like I want somebody else, or I want to be in a relationship where it could be like freaking Michael Ealy, or I don't know, like some fine a room full of like a room full of the 10 sexiest men in America, and be like, nope, I have no desire. I'm good. Like I'm in love with my man. Like that. Like that's not even like cool. Like we can converse, but like aside from that, like I really don't want it. It's not because like, oh, I wish I could, but I'm married. Like I don't want that. Vice versa. But same vice versa. I want my man filled in a room with the most beautiful women, and him, just you can appreciate beauty, but to a point to where it's like, I'm good. I have a partner. I love my partner. Like this is like, like you're beautiful, you're attractive, you're handsome, you fine, but like, that's all I can acknowledge, and that's all that I will do. So yeah, I don't do the whole cheating thing, and I think that that's a deal breaker for me too. I don't care how in love we are. I've done the whole. I can't say as far as I know, I've never really been in a situation where I've like been like found out I was cheated on. And who knows, I probably was, but like from me, like I've never been in a situation where like I found out my partner or whoever I'm talking to is cheating. I've been in a situation where they got mad at some things that I have done, and a lot of situations they're right, because like I said, sometimes you need to hear other people's standpoint and where they're coming from, and then you're like, you know what, damn, you're right, I'm sorry, I wouldn't want that happening to me. So I don't know, as long as there's communication, and then you're good. If there's But cheating, nah, ain't no cheating, man. Nah, if you feel like you need to cheat, just leave. Like I don't understand the reason to stay in a relationship if you have a desire for to with
I
others.
agree. That's for both men and women, because both men and women do it. But anyway, moving on. Everybody lies, right? So everybody lies, right?
Huh? I think to a
Okay.
certain
So tell me,
extent,
what kind of liar are you?
yes. Out of the six kids I told you, I grew up. I was nicknamed number one liar in the family, and that's because I was the middle child. They say you're the rebel child. I always was getting into trouble, lying about shit. But like that's like lying, like try not to get in trouble with your parents. Try not. It's not like
Got you,
lying
got you.
in a
So you just
relationship.
lie to get out of trouble, and that's
Um,
all I was asking about that.
yeah, that's something I need to work. I'm working more. That's something I need to work on, is just owning like what the fuck you did, whatever it is, and not making up excuses, and just owning up to your shit. If you lied and you fucked up, then like just don't lie about it. Just say you fucked up, and suffer the consequences, whatever they may be. So I'm trying to work on that. But yeah, I've lied before in the past. I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna lie again, because I'm sure I will. But that's something that I'm big on, is honesty. And if it's something I plan on working on, it's something I plan on my partner being on the same wavelength, and
Okay.
want things as well.
So I want to know, do you feel like you have to be married to perform the wifey duties?
What are the wifey duties compared to girlfriend duties?
Now, that's actually going to be my next question I put on you, so you put it on me. I mean, I guess, shit. I'm,
Can't ask a question
no, I'm
and
saying,
then not you're
I'm
asking.
saying I'm not a wife. I know the husband duties. You know what I'm saying? So,
What do you expect? Okay, so say
mhm.
say a girl's your girlfriend, and then say a girl's your wife. Do you expect her to act
No,
differently?
it really don't make a difference to me. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Like, as far as like when you around me, I'm a,
So
huh?
why would you get married? Too? For like, well, then why would you? Do you feel like you would ever want
Now
to get married?
I know you really want to know this, but I just want to keep it centered around you. No, no, not
Bad.
like
I'm
that.
just
I'm saying like
asking.
just for you know what I'm saying, the podcast sake. I want to keep it centered around you, because like now you and I, we could talk about this outside, because I do want to share my thoughts. It just
It has to do with my answer, because you're saying pretty much, am I going to act different if like the duties, if I'm a wife or if I'm a girlfriend? And I'm kind of like wondering, what kind of difference are you talking about? Like, what are you looking for? I I will say, once you
mm-hmm,
reach a certain extent of girlfriend where you're like, okay, this could be my wife and she's
mm-hmm.
performing these wifely duties, then you should probably make her your wife, or you're just not going to get that. You're just not going to get that behavior anymore. Like, I'm not going to be doing wifely duties if I don't see
And that's
potential in
that's
being your
basically the
actual
question,
wife.
and you answered it perfectly. Okay. So do you feel like you need a man?
No. If anything, I feel like a man right now would probably
Mm-hmm.
like disrupt my peace or my headspace because I'm focusing on myself. But then again, it would be nice, but it would take a lot. I mean, it would take a lot. I look for a lot of things, and if it's like, I'm very quick to be like, oh, nah, like that ain't for me. And so it's probably why I'm single right now in my 30s, but I don't care. I think if you don't see potential or spending the rest of your life with somebody or having children with, you need to think of the big picture. If you don't see yourself like getting married, having kids, starting a life, starting a business, or whatever to get, I'm not even going to say business because that could be without a husband. But I, yeah, I,
Okay, so I want to know, like, so it seems like you embrace having that strong, independent woman mindset.
for
Okay,
sure,
so
yes.
have you ever been in love?
I would say my I thought I was, but when you look at, when you're single and you look back at your relationships and what you have, like I said, when you're blind by love, sometimes you accept things that you normally wouldn't. And I would say, my version of what I thought love is, I thought I was in love, but I don't think I have ever been in real love, what it could really be. Every relationship I've been in, I'm like, no, this is not love. Like, even though I've never really been in love, I know, like, this is not like what it's supposed to be. Because if you're with somebody and you're like, you're contemplating, am I going to spend the rest of my life with them? Can I see, like, if you're really not sure, can I see myself having kids with them? Or I'm not ready, and you don't know, like, then I don't know. Does that count as love? But you say you love them, though, but then again, it's like you have all these doubts. And so I think I've been in that situation. I've never been in a situation where I'm like completely in love, like no doubts. I'm gonna marry this person and spend the rest of my life with this person, even though that might have been what I said at the time. But in the back of my head, yeah, it's difficult. I don't think I've really been in love. I don't think so, because I've never acted on it. Every relationship I've been in, I've never acted like I was in real love. And I think because maybe there wasn't that reciprocation. And
Okay,
so, yeah, I'm saying no. I've been in like what I thought was love, but I don't think I've
I
been
got you.
in
So
real
when
love.
was your last relationship?
Probably about like a year and a half, 2 years now.
Okay, so who ended it? You or him?
I'm gonna say it's more me. It was more of I don't think it's working out from my part. We need to end it to them being like trying to make it work and trying to do like gestures and like trying to make it work, and then them seeing like, okay, she's really like, she's done, so I'm gonna show her that I'm done too. And it kind of was a little messy because it's like, I was in a relationship where they wanted to make it work, and I was like, I'm done. It's not gonna work. Like I said, if you don't see a future and you don't see all this with somebody, then why? And but you love somebody and you're with them for so long, it's hard, to just be like, all right, just end it. And that's why so many people, it's so hard for them to like just cut ties, even though they know that it's not best for them. And I think that the most important thing is like my version of love and how I want to be loved and what I'm looking for. Like that, my ex partner could be perfect for somebody else. It's just not me, It's like
Gotcha.
just not what I'm looking for.
So
yeah.
now you had some more to add to it? Okay. So
No.
Ro, would you marry outside your nationality?
Yeah. I mean, both my relationships, my two serious relationships that I was talking about have been outside of my
Gotcha. Okay.
nationality.
So like, is sex important to you in a relationship?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever?
I mean, there has to be, like I said, I want to look at my man and be like, damn, like I want that feeling. And when you have that, there should be some type of sexual chemistry. And I think that's very important because I would want that from them. I would want them to look at me and be like turned on, or be like, you know, yeah,
Gotcha.
it's important. It's
You ever
important.
had your heart broke before?
I
That's
can't
what's
say
up.
that I have, no.
So what?
I don't. Is it? Sometimes they say like it's good to have your heart broken because you learn. But I learned from my past serious relationships. But I
Yeah,
wouldn't
no,
say I got my
trust me.
heart broke. I might have been the other way
Nah, I
around,
mean,
but
even if
just
that's the case, man, I'm tell you this, men would prefer to have a woman who hasn't been through all that heartbreak and hurt and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers lose themselves. A part of themselves dies when that shit happens. Because then they got to find themselves and build themselves up, and they got emotional scars or emotional wounds.
heartbroken to go through that and have emotional scars and have like I have some things where I'm just like, I'm not gonna say traumatized because that's a big ass word and it's not that serious. But like there's some things that like stick with you. But I've never been heartbroken. I've never been like I don't even know the definition really, but I would like to say no. Because like I said in the beginning, I'm very stubborn, and if it's something that I am like not, I will, unless I'm like with somebody and it's like perfect, and then I found out they were cheating, and I just thought it was like it just came out of the blue, like I could see maybe that having a potential to have some sort of like heartbreak. But other than that, I would still look at it positively, like, you know what, like, good thing that this happened, because you see their true colors. You see, I don't know, heartbreak is like a tough subject. I've never been through it, but I feel like if I do, I would look at it very positively, and I would overcome it, not too hard, because it's hard to be like, oh nah. I mean, it's easy. It's easy to be like, I'm good, when you know that they caused like so much pain or trauma or whatever they did to cause this heartbreak. it's easy to be like, oh nah, I'm good. At least for me, because like I just don't accept bullshit. And like if you're on the bullshit, it's like, you know what? Nah, I'm not even gonna.
Right.
And I would that before, so that's what I'm saying. You know, you learn, you live, and I think that being in previous relationships really does help because it helps you like learn about yourself and how you are in relationship and like what you would accept and what you wouldn't accept and like and that helps you maybe with your next partner who's actually for you. So I don't regret any of my previous relationships. I'm thankful for them. I learned a lot, even if like some of it was messy and like some of it was like too much energy where you look back now, it's like in the end, it's all a learning lesson and it'll help you when you find the person that you're actually
Gotcha.
supposed to be with.
So, Ro, how many times have you been sent to the clinic? Yeah.
The clinic?
I said,
Probably
when I say
like three
sent, you know
times.
what I mean by that. Sent to the clinic.
Oh,
Nah,
what you
like,
mean, the emergency room?
okay. I guess what I'm asking you is, in a relation or out of all the guys you didn't fuck with, did have any one of them sent you to the clinic for STD?
Oh no. Oh, you better go back and delete what I said. I said about three times.
I mean, but you is okay.
Zero.
Zero. All right. For the record, zero. All right. Motherfuckers know.
No, I'm not like nah. It's like I've never really I don't think if you're in a real relationship, you should even be concerned with that, let alone send them. Like if I have to send you to the clinic to go
No,
get tested,
when I
like we're
say
not even
sin,
be
it
together.
ain't no.
Because if I
Oh yeah, I want you to go to the clinic. It's more like, damn, nigga, you gave me something. I had to go to the clinic. You know what I'm saying? That type of sin, like you know what I'm saying? Like, but basically,
I I understand what you're saying, but nah, I've never been asked. I've never been like that in
got you.
those
Have you ever
circumstances.
been in a
Nah.
domestic abusive relationship?
Um, I would say more
Abuse.
emotionally abusive
Okay.
than
Have
domestic.
you ever
Yeah.
had an OnlyFans? Do you have
No.
any sex tapes out there?
No. I mean, unless my ex want to be bitter and release some shit that he probably should have deleted 2 years ago when we broke up. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
I
What
don't
about any
know.
crazy exes out there?
I mean, I don't know. I only, like I said, I only have one real ex, which was the one that was like 2 years ago, and um, it ended on terms of like, if I can't have you, nobody can
That
have
sounds like a
you,
crazy
like
ex,
hidden
bro. I ain't gonna
cameras,
fake
track.
it.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
you got one out there.
So to me, my thing is like, if you gotta do all that, why are you with me? You know, I don't even have the energy to do all that. If I felt like I needed to do all that, like I'm out. Like that's too much energy to put into something that I don't know. I just don't believe in all that. And yeah, I've had some crazy. I'll say one main.
Just
Yeah, out of the
one.
two,
Okay.
yeah, one main crazy ex, but he was like 12 years older than me. And you would think they'd be more mature, but like I don't know, I think that added to it maybe because they're like, oh, I'm with somebody younger and like attractive young female, like they go out with me, they see like the attention that I get. I think it might have made them a little
Insecure.
self-conscious or you know, I think that drove some of the behavior that they did, but yeah,
Okay. Got
I
you.
don't do all
I
that.
got you. So like,
No.
this was like the first half of the podcast. The second half gonna go by like this, but like, so I want to know your thoughts so far though. What you thinking and how you enjoying it, or if you enjoying it. No, I'm
You said
saying like, what's your
if I'm
thoughts on it so
enjoying it,
far? Like, I just want to hear your feedback.
I tell you. You asked some good questions that I even never even really thought about. You got me over here thinking like, shit, well, what do I? Or you gonna make me over here make a list or something. So I do. I enjoy I like the questions that you're asking, because some of them are some that I'm just like thinking about right now and giving you an answer that I never even really thought about. That I might look back on this and be like, wait, because the first time I really spoke on it, but no, I'm enjoying it. And if I'm talking too much, let me know, because I don't know if you have a time limit for this podcast.
I got another show in 20 minutes, so we good. But like this next part of the segment, this next part of the show, which is like the segments, should go by fast. No, shouldn't last no longer than like 2 or 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So are you ready? All right, this first segment is called This or That. This or
obey.
that.
Okay.
This obey.
I'm hearing what I want. No,
all right,
okay.
So yeah, just pretty much you choose one of the two options. So let's get started. So we got clean shaved or bearded.
I'm gonna say I like the shadow, like in between.
Gotcha.
I'll say clean shaved, but with some,
right,
but not fully.
You still want a little 5 o'clock shadow,
but
you want it to be well grown.
Keep it, right and lined up. And like, if you do have a beard, cool. I've never really, I don't know, made out or kissed anybody like with a beard or a lot of facial hair. So I don't even know how that is. I might do it and really like it, and then all of a sudden I like beards. But as of right now, I would say for the aesthetic that I look for, it's probably a little more clean shaven, but not as long as it's clean. Okay. It can be a beard or not.
All right, Rose. So look, for this segment, I just want this or that. Like, I know you is elaborating, but just strictly for this, just give me one answer.
Okay. All right? Okay.
Taller than or shorter than? Older than or younger than? Hairy chest or birdie chest?
Hairy chest
basically
or
hairy or not hairy? Protector or provider?
Not hairy.
Protector or provider? Provider.
Damn, can't get both. Provider is in what, financially?
Now this is all up to you. I'm just throwing the questions out there, and you choose one.
Look, I can't be saying shit. Okay.
9 to 5 or entrepreneur? Rappers or athletes?
That doesn't really matter to me. I like athletes because of the determination and the body. Usually they have good bodies, but then again, physical is not that much important. So I'm gonna go with the athletes with the physical. Rap hustling too. So I don't know. That doesn't matter to me. Both.
I'm gonna go with athletes. Interracial relationships or same race relationships?
No, don't go to athletes.
You have to pick one. That's what I'm letting you know, bro.
Where's this gonna go? No. This gonna put my answer
strictly
somewhere?
This or that. Like, I don't know if you. Is this or that?
I'll say.
Gotcha.
I'll say athletes.
All right. The next one is interracial relationships or same race relationships.
Interracial. I like interracial. I like interracial babies.
Wine
so
or
cute. Interracial. Damn, both wine, tea in the morning and wine in the afternoon.
If you don't just choose one, choose this or that. You ain't got to elaborate on none of that. All right.
I should have said that in the beginning when you asked me to describe myself. Indecisive, for sure. Okay, okay.
Talking on the phone or
T.
FaceTiming?
Phone. Well, it
A
depends, but
creative
phone.
first date or an expensive first date? Matching
Creative.
fits or color coordinated? Lighter
Color
complexion
coordinated.
or darker complexion?
That's tough. I mean, what's light and what's dark? Lighter like me? Are you light? Are you
I mean,
darker? Are
it's
you? I don't know.
just for the segment's sake. Light or
I'll say it doesn't really matter to me.
okay. How
No
about this?
preference.
Things that don't matter, or you don't got a preference, or you ain't a decisive answer. Just say pass.
I'll
Okay.
say lighter but darker
Yeah. Okay.
than
That
me.
I guess accept
If
that.
that makes
Smoker or drinker? Smoker or drinker?
Smoker.
Nah.
Wait, smoking
Nah.
cigarettes?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the tree. Yeah,
Hickeys or
smoker.
sexting?
Like me.
Hickeys or sexting? Hickeys
What?
or sexting?
Oh, sexting. I don't know. I think hickeys are super. They're kind of
Okay.
trashy. Hickeys people can't see. Sexting
Got you.
when people can't
Got
see.
you. Doggy style or missionary?
Damn, you just gonna throw shit in like that? Damn. It just depends on the person and how they do it.
Still waiting. Doggy style or missionary? Squirt or
Doggy
cream?
style.
Squirt
Do
or
I?
cream?
Are you
I'm just
asking
asking
if
this or
I
that.
am? And I'm
All
gonna
right.
pass on this question.
Oral
I don't
or
even
anal?
know. I don't know. I'm
Okay. Yeah. So,
gonna
but like
pass on
this,
this
that was
question.
this or that. That was the segment. You know what I'm saying? Like, lasts a little longer than it should have, but it's all good. But yeah. So I just got hot.
I can't be asking questions oral, anal, and then just not elaborate.
I mean, it
Nah,
ain't
man.
because like that segment ain't for the. It's just strictly. It's supposed to be like a boom, boom, bam, bam. Thank you, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that simple, man. Depends who you are, but yeah,
All
I'm gonna pass on
right,
that.
cool. This next segment is called Best Impersonations. So I would like for you to give me your best impersonation of someone from your own nation. Like how would you know? Yeah, just give me your best. Like, cause I just know you from being in America, but I would like to know what's the impersonation from back home, from women back home.
I'm gonna do my mom's accent because
Yeah.
this is what I'm most familiar with, and she's always getting on me. And this is what it sound like Rowan, why you lie all the time? Just be honest. Just be people. You know we will. This is your last chance. This is your last chance. We will listen to you this one time, and after that. That's it. That's it. We're done. There's no more communicating with you. There's no more believing in you. And but you know what? For my mom to go from no English to speaking English with a cute ass accent, I'll give her that. But yeah, that's my
Okay.
best Arabian mom
Okay.
interpretation.
Best impersonation. I fuck with. It. Okay. So I want to know this next segment is called "Would You Rather." Then after that, we're gonna conclude the show. So, would you rather have a perfectly shaped man who's cock-eyed, or a gorgeous man with halitosis?
Oh, hold up. You said a perfectly
Mm-hmm.
physique man who's
Or a
cockeyed.
gorgeous man with halitosis. That's like they breath smell like shit
Halitosis.
all the time.
Why do I not know this term? I be studying the uh I will do the man with the better physique and the bad breath, because that's something I can always help them out with, and that's something that can always be corrected. And I guess the physique, you could help them with that, but the bad breath would be much easier. And if that's the only thing,
Okay.
we
Okay.
could take care of that.
So yeah, well, this concludes the show. For those who are tuned in, still drop them emojis, whether the ring or the X, to let Ro let her know if she wifeable in y'all opinion. Ro, I appreciate you for coming on the show. Tell me now that you completed the podcast. Now, what's your thoughts now?
I had a good time, man. We had some interesting conversations. Like I said, you made me really think about some things that I never would have really thought about before. And I really enjoyed my time. I enjoyed your questions. I enjoyed our conversations. And yeah, it
Appreciate
was a
that.
good time.
Tell the people where
It
they
was
can find you
cool.
on social media.
You can find me on Instagram _ Roweezy. So _ RAWEEEZY. And I'm on Facebook too. If you want to follow me, my name's Rawan Tamimi. RAWAN. Last name
Well, I appreciate you,
TAMIMI.
Ro Weezy. And most definitely let's link up. I'm gonna be at Content Tuesday at Cos and Co tonight. So, feel free to pop out. It's free to get in and shit like that. Okay, for
Yeah,
sure,
my
for
real.
sure. Well, I'm gonna let you go and get prepared for my next episode in about 8 minutes. So thank you for coming on this wonderful 2023 New Year, and Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it,
All
and
right, for
good
sure.
luck with your next one. All right,
Peace.
bye everyone. Thanks for watching.